The Gruden campaign, it was murmured last year. Florida fans were chomping at the bit. My dad was bought in. Like, this man doesn't get it bought into conspiracy theories. He was all in that Gruden was coming to Florida. Like, that's where there was some heat last year on Gruden coming back to be a coach. Again, towards the end of the year, coaches on the hot seat. Like, who's going to be the guy that replaces him? How do you move on from here? Gruden's name was obviously surfacing. Then he kind of got hit with the reason why he hit away from coaching in the first place. The emails, those were resurfaced. So what does he do? What does he do? He signs a massive deal with Barstool, gets back in the public eye. He's seen everywhere. You got Portnoy just chauffeuring him around, going to Super Bowl parties, doing Survivor. Like, we get a personable side of Gruden more than just your quarterback room, right? Like, we see Gruden as just doing like your basic everyday stuff, lunch pail kind of guy. And you fall in love with him more than just what you saw on Monday Night Football and the quarterback room, right? You see a very why probably he was loved, or why he was loved by all the players. So he goes on this year campaign of rebranding John Gruden. Like, this probably, I don't know if it was the thing, but now that we're here again, it feels like it, because then John Gruden now comes out and says, I want to coach again, and I want to coach in the SEC. Last year when the noise was rock and rolling, the foot wasn't hammered down as much. But now the campaign is in full effect. And he's like, I'm ready to come back. And I thought about it even further. Let's take it one more notch. Code and I have talked about this with the coaches going in. I think the three of us have in the SEC, where you're heading into a pinnacle point for a lot of coaches. Hugh Freeze, Billy Napier, Sam Pittman, Beamer, if you will. Les Miles, Brian Kelly. All these guys that they could be on a hot seat very quickly. Like, you could go from not having a single open in the SEC to 4 or 5 with how this year could fold out. Like, that's where the SEC's at. And he sees that. Blood's in the water. I got to chomp. I got to put my resume on LinkedIn right now to say that I'm interested in these jobs. I'm letting you know that I'm going to be about it. And in a world like NIL, where you're putting out oil rigs on the front lawn to let everyone know that you're serious about it, there's no bigger move than going to go get yourself Super Bowl winning head coach like John Gruden. I'm loving it. Thoughts, Cody?
Hey, I knew that what they were trying to do from the very beginning when he was doing his quarterback camp with Barstool. The iconic clip of what's your cadence? I mean, how many views did Jack and Dart and company get from the clap at cadence? I mean, I knew that that's exactly what they were trying to do. Then he's at Georgia, and he slips a little. Yeah, I'd love to get back into college and coach in the SEC. That'd be a dream. Well, I'm telling you, there's 2 schools that would gobble him up. Number one, Kentucky, a football brand that a couple of years ago was considered a hard-nosed team you really didn't want to face, because they had a salty defense and a very good running back room, and they would lean on that. And next thing you know, it's 14-21 and you lost the game, and there's no time left. After last year, and I think this year, I'm gonna say Mark Stoops is definitely on the hot seat. He's probably got to go. And what a better hard-nosed football guy than John Gruden to take that program over. There's one more program, though. Let's go ahead and say Auburn. We're going to get into it a little bit down the stretch here. They fire Hugh Freeze. You want to go get a guy that the boosters are going to support in NIL and everything? John Gruden. He's obviously won championships in Tampa Bay, can go into Florida, recruit extremely well. I think it's a shoo-in for Auburn. He can recruit the South. He can get former players in there to coach, which we've seen a trending thing.
He showed great relatability in that quarterback camp with the college quarterbacks, for sure.
Yeah.
Ty?
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, there's nobody I love more than John Gruden. Buddy, this is my guy. When he was with the Raiders, he was my favorite. He's always been my favorite coach of all time because he just loves football, man. He is the best quarterback coach I have ever seen. He can turn a quarterback into anything. He took Rich Gannon from the Raiders. Rich Gannon was a nobody. He was mediocre. He played for 12 teams. He was an MVP, 2-time MVP with John Gruden. I mean, this dude is unbelievable. And I'm gonna tell you, once Hugh Freeze gets fired because he starts Jackson Arnold, which we're about to get into here shortly, we are going to see John Gruden over at Auburn, and Auburn is going to have a developed quarterback. I don't know who it's going to be, but John Gruden is by far the best. And what happened to him in the past was absolutely criminal because, first of all, they were investigating the Washington Commanders at the time. And somehow this turned into John Gruden getting fired because of an email that was in a bad time of like, big racial things were going on. The Kaepernick thing was going on. And they turned at what he said into a racial comment, which that was not the case at all. All the guys he's ever coached said they all loved him. Like everyone said that he's their guy. And you can go back and look at interviews. Like he was out at the Tennessee camp this week. And I don't remember who Tennessee was with, but they were out there and everyone was taking photos with him. They were having a blast. John Gruden is a dude's dude, man. I can tell you, anybody would want to play for that guy. I'll kick Norvell out right now if he put John Gruden at Florida State. Let's toss him right out of there. Let's go. I'm done.
Hey, can I just say this? In the day and age where we have these coaches that are considered quarterback rehab in the NFL, you think of Shanahan, you think of Kevin O'Connell, you think of the Rams coach. These guys that take quarterbacks.
Yeah.
McVay. These are quarterback gurus. Well, you're going to hire the OG, the original quarterback guru, and he's taught more quarterbacks things than all of us combined have ever forgot about the game. I mean, that guy, Y2 split banana. Okay,
I was about to say that.
I can't wait. Give me some of that in the SEC.
And look, you got to wonder, he comes out here and flexes, I want to coach in the SEC. He's got a passion and a drive to obviously want to participate in that. Is that a wish list? Is that I know that my credentials allow me to compete at this level? And like, right, is it an out loud application? Those are things to think about as well too. But look, I think there's a year to pump it. It's right now, and he's already done a good job. Man, I remember seeing his like open box stuff on Barstool. Like he's getting stuff sent to him from the Florida Gators. I'm like, I've been talking about your asses for 4 years. I can't even get a thank you, a Christmas card. He got a whole damn package with helmets, book bags. I was like, what are we doing, bro? I get it. He's got eyeballs, but damn.
He gets it from everybody.
Daniels sending them the Nike boots that constrict your feet and make your feet feel good.
Again, if there is a politician out there that wants to rebrand their image and go on a run, call Gruden's team.
Barstool.
Yeah, call Gruden. Yeah, get Barstool back in you. You'll dial it in.
Dude, Gruden, he got
Hey.
I loved what he was doing with the Raiders, man. He got such an unfair.
You have the greatest coach of all time now. I don't want to hear it. Pete Carroll's way better.
Dude, Gruden would have been the best of all time if he wouldn't have got booted.
No, Pete Carroll's
I'll tell you this. Gruden to the SEC, even though that we're going to have to face him, makes me feel nicey. Okay?
Dude, those interviews, incredible.
Electric.
Nicey. I love it. But it's good stuff, boys.